Anyway, one of the things that we did is drive through, and Andy was driving, and it was really sometimes hairy driving through the Sierra Nevada.
Oh yeah.
Which is not just California, it's a chain of mountains in southern Spain. So I wanted to put the bull as a kind of emblem for Spain into a print. And this is the one. Came home, dropped my suitcases, and ran to the studio and started doing the plate.
Well, they also have, usually on tops of mountains, these huge black bull cutouts advertising some kind of, I don't think it's beer, so some kind of, you know, whatever liquor.
Well, one of the things we did is I went to the cave and Andy stayed behind and did needlepoint. Anyway.
Well,
so
I didn't want to slip and have an accident because I'm the driver.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know, and we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's slippery, those caves.
So there are a couple of cave
I said, I'm not
prints
going to the
Yeah,
cave.
in Yugoslavia, we were in
prehistoric cave pictures. And I had this plate, I've made some changes on it, revisions, but I thought you might be interested in just seeing the kind of plate that a print.
Gorgeous.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a print from this here, but I changed the moon, the crescent moon, in this.
Now, what's the plate made of?
Cardboard.
Just cardboard. Isn't that amazing?
4-ply. And this is things that are cut and pasted in polymer modeling paste, and I've got all kinds of materials that may go into these plates. And of course, the plate can be changed or revised or altered in any way in the
You can
process.
experiment with it, too. Yeah.
As I continue to print, and I've printed this several times, and then I decided I wanted to change it. And so I changed the moon in the sky and the one in the reflecting pool. But the crescent moon is a Muslim or Moorish symbol.
Oh, it is.
And I've got symbols in a lot of my work. The bull, for example, or the Viking ship and the helmet, you know.
Now, what started you in this plate making and so forth? And how did that start in your art?
Well, I'd been teaching painting, and my colleague Ricardo had been teaching printmaking, and he was getting stale and I was getting stale. I said, let's trade courses, and I'll teach you printmaking and you teach the painting. And I taught printmaking, and I'd been doing prints, you know, mainly woodcuts and etchings for, you know, since undergraduate days. And I loved teaching printmaking. And it kind of was a renewal process for me. And so I never traded back. I kept it. I outranked him anyway. I'm going to keep printmaking. He was tired of teaching printmaking.
So you
Ultimately,
took
it
over.
went
That's
back to it.
good. That's right.
But I taught woodcut and etching and silkscreen, and then I learned of a new process called collage, where you make a collage and you print from the collage. And I discovered that in 1984, and I thought, I have found my medium, because I can have the diversity and richness of color that I crave as a painter, and I can have the surface manipulation and texture that I crave as a painter, but put it into prints.
Double work. Double
Because
project.
my work's always had a lot of texture to it, and it's always had a symbolic element.
You uses all kinds of things, strings and nets and
Well, see, the mind is
You know.
working so good that you can imagine a lot of things that nobody else would think of.
Well, that's
And
what
you try
artists
it out.
do, Anna. It's not something unique to me. But I don't have a still life or bouquet of flowers or landscape in front of me to work.
That's right.
Hildegard's got a landscape, which is the Duomo in Florence, which is about as close to topographical painting that I ever came.
Well, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, 60s. And then the painting that you and Madeline have is 70s.
It's only, let's see, about 40 some years ago, that's all.
yeah,
Only.
only.
Where did the time go? When you say 40 years, that's a long time.
Well, when you're young, you
Half a
think
life.
that's a really long time.
Half a life.
Yeah, my mother was 38. I thought she was an old woman. Now they're 78 and 98, and then you call, well, they're getting older.
Well,
That's right.
like Hugh Hefner, 80 is the new 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. In my dance class, my daughter-in-law's in it too, and she calls me Mom. And it's so embarrassing because, I mean, she's 60 years old. And then, and it was my birthday a week or so ago. It happened to be on a Saturday when we had a class. And unbeknownst to me, before the class started, she said, "I have an announcement to make. It's my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's birthday." Then, of course, I had to tell how old.
Why not?
Well, you do start bragging about it after a certain age.
I'm going to go get
I'm
my
not there
camera.
yet.
Well, you know, some
wanna-
people say, I was 60. Well, they were 60. They didn't lie, but they're 80, but they say, I was 60. So you're not lying,
That's
but
right.
you're not telling the truth.
Yeah.
And we have I have a friend, Dorothy Green. She's 96, and she looks like 50. No wrinkles, eyes are good, good teeth, and her hair is real good. 96 years old.
Wow.
She's from England, and she eats with her fork backwards. You ever see the English people eat? We scoop our fork. She puts it backwards and they put it like that. They always have their hands with a knife and fork. And she's wonderful, 96, and she just stopped driving a car about a year ago.
Wow.
The problem with that age, we found out from Dorothy, was she ran out of money.
Oh.
Yeah, her
So-
planner said, "Oh, you have enough of money to last your lifetime."
This is Professor Red showing Henry Long's birdhouse, one of his original. And here Professor Red is escorting Hildegard and I through his studio and beautiful farm, along with our visit and lunch. This is Anna Long and Richard. This is Andy, my dear friend from Costa Rica, and Hildegard, our neighbor from Stone's Throw Road, and the famous Red Swing. Thank you.